October 18th marks Decision Day, the dramatic final chapter of the Major League Soccer regular season. It's the night when every club plays simultaneously, and playoff dreams are either realized or shattered. Stadiums across America buzz with tension, not only because trophies and records are on the line, but because every goal, every missed chance, and every substitution can reshape the playoff bracket. Decision Day has become one of the league's most thrilling traditions. The Eastern Conference matches kick off first, followed later by the Western Conference showdowns. As scores update across the league, the picture changes by the minute. A team sitting comfortably in 7th place at halftime could fall to 9th by full time. For players and fans alike, it's 90 minutes of chaos, calculation, and pure emotion. This year, the stakes are even higher. The playoff race in both conferences has been fierce, and several teams remain separated by just a few points. A single victory or draw could be the difference between hosting a playoff series or watching the postseason from home. The playoff format, familiar but with tweaks. The 2025 playoffs continue with a hybrid format that mixes best-of-3 series and single elimination rounds. It's a structure designed to balance drama with fairness, rewarding consistency while still allowing for Cinderella stories. Here's how it breaks down. 9 teams from each conference, East and West, qualify for the postseason. The top 7 seeds automatically advance to round 1, while seeds 8 and 9 face off in a wildcard play in match. The winner of that wildcard earns the right to play the number 1 seed in the opening round. Round 1 is where things get interesting. It's a best-of-3 series, meaning a team must win 2 matches to advance. There's no aggregate scoring. Each match stands alone. The higher seed hosts the first and, if necessary, third games, giving top finishers a clear advantage. If a match ends level after regulation, it goes directly to a penalty shootout. No extra time, no second chances. That rule has already created plenty of nail-biting moments in recent seasons, and it ensures that every game produces a definitive winner. Once the field is trimmed down to 4 teams per conference, the format shifts to single elimination for the conference semifinals and conference finals. The MLS Cup Final, scheduled for December 6th, will be hosted by the team with the better regular season record, a final clash for ultimate bragging rights. This setup gives the postseason a unique rhythm, a mix of short series and do-or-die matches where every mistake counts double. It also means that depth, momentum, and mentality matter as much as star power. Who's in, who's out, and who's fighting for their lives. Heading into Decision Day, some teams have already punched their postseason tickets. Powerhouses like LAFC in the West and Philadelphia Union in the East have confirmed their spots, continuing their consistent runs as playoff regulars. Other teams like Austin FC have clinched late and are now scrambling to improve their seeding to avoid the wildcard play-in. Meanwhile, several franchises hover on the edge. The difference between 8th and 10th is razor thin. For them, Decision Day is effectively the first round of the playoffs. Lose and their season ends in heartbreak. Win and they live to fight another day. And then there are the surprises, the perennial contenders who stumbled this season. For the first time in over a decade, the New York Red Bulls are missing the postseason, a reminder that even long-standing dynasties can fall in the parity-driven world of MLS. All eyes now turn to the bottom of the playoff picture. Who will claim the 8th and 9th spots, and who will get the right to host that one-shot wildcard match? Every pass and every tackle will matter. Why the bracket paths matter. Once the playoff field is set, the bracket itself becomes a strategic puzzle. Each conference's top seed earns the right to face the wildcard survivor, a team that has just played a high-intensity elimination match and might be fatigued. That advantage is massive. In round 1, the higher seed's ability to host 2 of the 3 games can often tilt a close matchup. But home field advantage isn't everything. In a best-of-3 format, momentum swings quickly. A lower-seeded team that steals an away win in Game 1 can suddenly seize control of the series, forcing the favorites to play catch-up. Then comes the knockout phase where all the safety nets disappear. The semifinals and conference finals are single games. There's no margin for error, no time to adjust, and no guarantee that the better team advances. In those moments, tactics, composure, and confidence decide everything. Dark horses to watch. Every MLS postseason produces a surprise run, a team that sneaks into the bracket and suddenly looks unstoppable. This year, several candidates fit that bill. In the Eastern Conference, a 6th or 7th seed could be the one to watch. These mid-table teams often enter the playoffs without pressure, allowing them to play freely against higher seeds burdened by expectations. A solid defense, a clinical counterattack, and a hot goalkeeper can carry a side deep into November. In the Western Conference, things are wide open. The gap between 3rd and 8th is often just a handful of points, meaning any club in that range can catch fire at the right moment. The West is also home to several clubs that thrive in hostile environments, the kind of teams that can win tough road games when it matters most. History shows that MLS playoffs rarely go according to plan. Whether it's Real Salt Lake's improbable 2009 run or Seattle's dramatic comebacks, the league rewards resilience as much as talent. So as fans start filling out their playoff brackets, it's worth keeping an eye on those so-called underdogs. Because in MLS, the line between favorite and dark horse is thinner than ever. The strategic edge, who the format favors. This playoff format subtly shifts the balance between teams built for the long haul and those designed for knockout intensity. Depth and rotation become vital during the best-of-3 series, especially for clubs balancing injuries and travel. Momentum entering the postseason can outweigh months of form. A team that finishes the regular season on a hot streak often carries that energy straight into the playoffs. Penalty shootouts introduce an extra layer of unpredictability and an opportunity for goalkeepers to become heroes overnight. Home field advantage still matters, but with multiple games and shootouts, raw mentality and adaptability often decide outcomes. For tactical managers, this format is a playground, one where substitutions, rest management, and set-piece strategies can determine who moves on. Decision Day storylines to watch. Several key matchups on October 18th will likely decide the final playoff picture. Eastern Conference bubble teams fighting to avoid the wild card. Western Conference mid-seeds trying to grab home field advantage for round 1. Rivalries with double meaning. Games that could knock a long-time foe out of contention while boosting one's own seeding. In some cases, teams playing with nothing to lose could spoil another season, creating the kind of late-night drama MLS fans live for. By the time the final whistles blow, we'll know who's earned the right to keep dreaming and who's packing for an early offseason. Looking ahead to the playoffs, the stage is nearly set. The wildcard matches on October 22nd will ignite the postseason fire, followed by the first full round of best-of-3 series starting October 24th. By late November, the league will have its conference finalists, and 1 month later, a new champion will lift the MLS Cup. But beyond trophies and titles, what makes this period special is the sense of possibility. Every fan base believes its team can make history. Every player knows that one great performance can define their career, and every club, no matter the seed, understands that once the playoffs begin, anything can happen. Decision Day is more than just the end of the regular season. It's the opening act of a new story. In the MLS playoffs, legacies are forged not by budget or fame, but by timing, teamwork, and belief. Which dark horse do you think will rise this year? Can the favorites hold their ground, or will October chaos rewrite the bracket? If you love the drama of playoff soccer, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your predictions below. Because this fall, every game could become a legend.